Hi guys, 26th of May, Thursday. Just going to cover off on the quick sub-regional updates in East Asia Pacific today. We did obviously the detailed Myanmar report as well as our various fortnightlies, but for the daily events affecting clients, we did 21 events for East Asia Pacific. The assessed event was ethnic tensions that are persisting in Nairobi. About 2,800 people left the Wao Bilola area in Morabit province yesterday due to ethnic clashes in the area. These clashes killed at least 12 people when the problem started back in March, and over 100 houses were burned down. A couple of thousand people at least were displaced. Ethnic and tribal conflict often occurs and flares up to significant levels in Papua New Guinea, as clients there will know. What's very interesting in this particular scenario is the location is somewhat more significant than people are used to. Just want to point out some of the geography from Leh, which is the city, the second largest city in PNG, and it's, if you like, on the northeast of the main island of New Guinea. The highway heads west into the mountains. It branches north to go up the coast to Mandam, or go straight ahead to Mount Hagen, or it takes a left turn not far out of Leh and you head out towards Way. Now, the problem here is that down that road in the area we're talking about, Bilola, it affects the supply route up to a couple of big mines, notably Eddy Creek and Hidden Valley mines. Now, Hidden Valley mine is really a little brother for the pending massive mine, which is Wafi Golpu. Now, from the investor's perspective, Wafi Golpu is a massive mine. It's massive for PNG. And at some point, after the politicians have all worked out how they can eat most of the pie, the bit that remains, along with the Exxon project, will carry PNG's economy and maybe get it out of the real quagmire it's in, while the various factions of political dudes worried very much about themselves after campaigning's finished. But it can have a real significant effect. Wafi Golpu's all been screwed around with politicking, waiting to get licenses, changes of government, no confidence votes, and even in the case of the Deputy Prime Minister, who was the representative for Morabit, dying in a car crash. So this has, the potential to be a straw that breaks the camel's back. Wafi Golpu and their owners, very resilient, brilliant community relations, government affairs team. But as an outsider, sitting back, looking at the 71 countries we can do, that we do, this could be significant. So I'll hand it back to you, Uday, to cover South Asia.
Thanks a lot for that, Paul. So in South Asia today, we covered 10 events, and the main event was the violent protests and disruptions in Pakistan. This is caused by Imran Khan and his long march to Islamabad to protest against his removal, and his demand is early elections. Now, there's been violence in Islamabad, Karachi, and Lahore. There's some reports of people getting injured, and weapons were seized in some places. Bhargav, how do you look at Pakistan's operational environment at the moment?
Their businesses need to watch out for the violent protests on the ground, all right. But at the same time, it is important to note that the Imran Khan and his legion of supporters and his party, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, they're tenacious. This is the second time they are blockading the capital. And the widespread nature of the protests indicates that there is a very, very strong potential that it is going to be a mid to long-term affair, just like what we saw the last time he ensured that Nawaz Sharif was ousted from the office, very similar to how he himself was ousted from the office. So we need to look closely on how things evolve in the next week or so. It's also important to note that security forces are fighting multiple fires at the same time. They have TTP, Tehreek-e-Taliban, Pakistan, along the border with Afghanistan, while also dealing with the violent protests on the ground. Army personnel have also been deployed, especially in Islamabad. So businesses need to watch out and make sure they have enough security arrangements in place, especially in in metropolitan cities like Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad.
Thanks, Bhargav. So with that, it's a wrap for South Asia and the Asia Pacific region for today. We'll see you guys next week.